morning, everybody. Just cleaned up the 908. I'm gonna go out in the yard and do some cleanup. And then we'll clean up some stuff over there. Oh. That works. Get that AC cranking because it's hot. Okay, maybe not that high. There we go. Toast that right there. Turn that throttle up a little bit. Clean up this pile here because we had 25 yards go out earlier this morning. Little bit of a bigger bucket here. I actually love these buckets, just the way they fill and they scrape is just amazing. Turn that auto bouncing off. In this machine, if you have the ride control on, it doesn't let you scrape on the ground for some reason. Stuff's really light, which is nice. Sometimes this machine will struggle pushing up some piles just because it's a little smaller, but you know what? For how small it is, it holds its own in this yard. I won't lie. It's pretty good. That looks a little better than it did before, at least. Yeah, this side too. clean up this real quick before I forget. This thing, see this? That's the real cat. You getting something else, Davey?
50-50.
Okay. Just fill it up? You got it. Yeah, I guess so. Gotta turn that parking brake off. So he's taken 2 loads of product over to the other yard. We'll use this thing, why not? And then that guy is getting half garden soil. Switch buckets here because this is a 1.5 bucket and it's impossible to get a half yard with this one. That bucket's a little better, but it's still pretty wide. I do almost like this bucket switching mechanism better than Cat's previous gen models. But the only thing is, there's no forgiveness in the bucket. Like if I sometimes forget, that bucket just falls right off. Whereas the ones before, they have hooks, so they sit in the hooks. So then if you forget, it just swings. I usually put the machine into first gear whenever I come up to a truck. Trying to make me not get the bucket. Yeah, 10-4, I was just grabbing my bucket. Probably better that he does that anyway. He's got the 3-yarder. This is only 1.5, and if you're doing a full load on that thing, it's 12 yards. I'm just going 1.5, 3, 4.5. Just takes way too long. It's better to just do 3, 6, 9, 12. Just like that. Cleaning this stuff up. It's usually nice to just keep this clean. I hate walking on rocks and all the grit. And it's just always good to have a clean workspace, you know? here as well. Some of the finer product will just fall right through under here, in between where the belt and the hopper is. And this concrete pad looks real nice whenever it's nice and clean. A lot better. Man, that's dusty. Dusty, dusty, dusty. Maybe we'll clean up some of those piles too. Oh yeah, don't forget to turn the ride control back on, or else this thing's a roller coaster, just bounce and bounce and bounce. Those piles could use some cleanup as well. It's just nice to have everything look nice. You don't want stuff looking messy. It's the last thing you want. I never really used to like this machine when we first got it, almost 2 years ago now. But, you know, like I said before, it proves its own in this yard, and for something this small to be able to do everything else that those big machines can, it's pretty impressive. Although there are some things that, you know, I dislike about it. It's pretty good, and it's amazing on gas. I rarely fill it. Which is good, because gas prices these days are just outrageous. This bucket's nice because it's nice and wide. You can get right in the corner and just scoop it up without hitting the fenders too. That's a big thing. These fenders are plastic, so you get them caught between the product and that brick. They're coming right off. They're flimsy. Drag this down a little bit. That's good. A 2-yard bucket would be just perfect for this machine. 1.5-yard buckets, it's good for cleaning up, but for loading trucks, it's, I mean, for lack of a better term, useless, because most people will get 1 or they'll get half. Rarely does someone get 1.5 yards. But 2s, increments of 2 happen all the time, you know. You'll get 2, 6, you know, some guys get 12. It's a lot easier to count by 2s than count by 1.5, so. Drag this down. these piles can get pretty tall, but this machine, you know, it reaches up pretty high. You can also get a high lift. They did offer high lifts in 2022, which would be amazing. You can just stack that so high. Grab this while I'm here. Look at that, I'm gonna get close to hitting that fender, but this machine's turning radius is so short that you can just maneuver around everything. It's amazing. Just pile that right up there. Looks a lot better. Do that screenings pile over there. Maybe the 3/4 TB pile as well. Stone's a little heavier, so I gotta turn off the eco mode and basically stay in first gear because you just don't go anywhere. But it's still possible, which is nice. Cleaning up these piles just makes it so much easier to get a full bucket too. Which when it's busy, it's nice because you can just go pile, pile, pile. And you're always getting clean scoops. You don't have to go back and fix your scoop. This corner here. Now you really got a time when you start to lift the boom. If you go too deep on this machine, it just won't lift. Like watch, I'll go in, dig, 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 and I try and lift, and it just goes so slow. I mean, that wasn't a full bucket, granted, but tire marks too. I hate seeing tire marks in the piles. Sometimes they're really like impossible to get out, but you know, you get pretty good at it.